Good morning. This is Charter School Government Day. This is our 5th year with Charter School here. This is a chance for us to bring textbooks to life. We learn about representative democracy, let the kids tour the building, and then they come up to the dais and make decisions, the same decisions we're making. And this is Mr. Patrick Walter. He's in charge of that portion of the charter school. Mr. Walter, what do you think today?
Absolutely. This is a wonderful learning experience for all of our students. It's a great opportunity for them to take textbook and bring it to real life, and it's a wonderful learning opportunity for them, and I appreciate Dr. McIntosh for always thinking of us at this time of year and allowing our students to come and tour and take a look at the dais and have a great educational experience.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for your Thank you for your commitment to education.
Absolutely.
Thanks to you, we're going to have our future leaders. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dr. Steve.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Good. Welcome to Bonita Springs City Hall. This is Charter School Government Day. We're so pleased to have you here. This is our 6th year, and oddly enough, I knew some of your parents before they were married, Miss Broder, and I think I was at their reception, as a matter of fact. So welcome. We're glad to have the next generation of Broders coming through here. Let's take a quick look at our agenda for the day. Did everyone get enough sugar that you're really hyped up? Because we like you really fired up when you're here. All right, 9 o'clock is when we're starting. We kind of reviewed the objectives. The objectives are to make sure that you understand how representative democracy really works. Taking it out of the textbook, putting it into real life, you get to take the position that we have up here on the dais, making decisions that we make. So this is an opportunity for you. This is your city hall. This is your city. When you're leading the city in different organizations, hospitals, schools, all the different organizations, we want you to recognize that this is your city and you're responsible for it. We're going to take a quick tour of City Hall, and I'm going to do some introductions here in just a moment. And when you come back, we're going to do mock City Council meeting, have a bite of lunch, and we'll be out of here around noon today. So everybody will be great. There are some changes. You have this in your hands. This is the assignment sheet. So let's work through it very quickly. If you go down the left-hand side, the left-hand column tells you what role is being played. So for example, on the issue 1, the parks, Lillian Broder is going to be the mayor, and then District 1 is Jonathan, District 2 is Zachary, so on. So we're going across, and you get to item number 3, we have a change. Brian McGunn couldn't be here, so Cameron, where are you, Cameron? You're going to be the District 3 representative. And on the drones issue, since Brian's not here, is it Hannah? Hannah? Or you're going to be the finance director, right? Now, so you'll know who all these distinguished looking people are over here. These are the professional staff here in Bonita Springs. And I mentioned to you we have a very small, but very professional and capable city staff to run our city. So starting in the rear, we have John Gucciardo. John waved to the crowd. Mr. Gucciardo is the assistant city manager. So when the city manager is not available, it's his responsibility. John,
I went to both University of Miami and for my undergrad, University of Florida. To be a lawyer, it takes at least 7 years of college, which I did after high school, of course. I'm kind of the check and balances person. So unlike the city manager, I'm the only person in staff because I do not work for the city manager, who acts as a check and balance to make sure that staff is following the law as well as the city. I'm independent, and I report directly to the city council. I write all the ordinances, and I do a lot of legal research, and I deal with a lot of subjects, whatever matter comes up at that time, and it could be things like medical marijuana, the drone issue, Parks and Recs issue, zoning, and that's pretty much a lot of what I do.
I'm filling in for Ann. She's the finance director. Her responsibility, she reports directly to the city manager, and her responsibility and her staff is to make sure that the money that we are collected goes to the particular funds and make sure that all the vendors get paid, and the sole responsibility is to create a budget every year and make sure that each department, all these people back here, have what they need to complete their projects. And we also have to report and do an audit. Matter of fact, we're in the middle of an audit right now, making sure that everything is recorded correctly and sent to the state. So we're very busy. We interact with all of the departments throughout the city to make sure that their projects are going well, that we have the money in the right places so that there's no hang up or anything like that. So.
I'm going to take the three of you with Miss Fetty, and she's going to take you through City Hall. You can leave your papers here. We'll be back in 20 minutes. 20 minutes? All right.
Come on, guys.
And let's do the three of you folks with Mr. Feeney. The three of you with Miss Vance. And let's take This is the assignment sheet. So for those of you who don't have a role either on the dais or one of the staff members, you're citizens. And you have a responsibility to your city to step up to the podium and say what you think about the decision that's going to be made by the folks up on the dais. Okay? So, Lillian, step up to the mayor. Let's come on up. Jonathan, Zachary, Hannah, Eduardo, Melina, and Hannah Sue.
I call this meeting to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. City Attorney, roll call.
District 1.
Here.
Here.
District 2.
Here.
District 3.
Here.
District Mayor.
Here.
District 4.
Here.
District
City Attorney, read the first topic.
Read your name.
For the record, I am Rebecca Haddam, City Attorney for the City of Bonita Springs. Today we're considering the construction of the new swings and water fountains at the park.
I think that we should get new swings and water fountains because after a while they start to rust, especially swings. And if we get new swings and water fountains, it can better help with health for people, so they're not dirty and everything.
Thank you.
I think that we should get new water fountains and swings
Your name
because,
for the record, please.
for the record, I think that we should.
Say your name, please.
Ellie Ortiz. I think that we should get new water fountains and swings because the old ones don't work as well. And sure, some people make an argument that they are dangerous, but almost all playground things are dangerous, and the water fountains may cost money, but it's for the beauty of our city.
Yes, good morning. For the record, my name is Kathy McGrath. We have 21 parks here in the city. Some of them already have water fountains and playgrounds. I think you better be very careful and look at the budgeting before you make a decision to put amenities like water and playground equipment in all the parks. Let me point out one, for example. Are you familiar? There is a park called Island Park. It is right behind the Wonder Gardens, but to get to it, you have to go to Depot Park.
Hello, for the record, my name is Vegas Carr. I think that swings and water fountains ruin the natural decor of parks, and putting them in will stop people from admiring the trees and many natural things without fun.
Thank you.
Good morning. For the record, my name is Cameron Kelber. I don't really think more playground equipment is needed, although water fountains, I do believe, is a very needed thing. Water is a very important necessity for the human body, and our children play really hard, most of them at least, and if they could, I don't know, pass out from overexhaustion or lack of water. So I think more water fountains are very important. Thank you.
For the record, my name is Morgan Delaney, and I'd just like to say that I really do think that parks and, swings and fountains are needed for parks, because without them, like I said, kids can get sick, and also for the 57-year-old people in Bill Nobody, but think about your kids who are going to go to the parks. They're going to be bored to death and just have to sit there and look at a tree. They want to have fun, and they want to be also hydrated and not die. So, yeah.
For the record, my name is Rishwan Parachuri. I think we should have water fountains because our children do not like to carry a water bottle, so when they're playing for a long time, they get thirsty, so they might get dehydrated, and their parents might not be there. And it doesn't matter if you're young or old, because young people usually tend to play a lot more, but old people just stay there and just look around and do nothing. Why bother even listening to them?
Thank you. Hello, for the record, my name is David Mora, and I believe we don't need fountains because most kids are inside playing video games. So why do we need water fountains for only a few people when most kids are playing indoors? Thank you.
Hello, my name is Eduardo Mora. I have a friend named Eli Ortiz who is in the drone business, and so he knows how to program these drones. However, whenever they're inside, they crash all the time because it's hard to control. So since I don't want any buildings to burn down, just in case they catch on fire, because that can happen, electricity and stuff, and so I don't want to die if I'm in that building. So I think you should just make the drones be only outside.
I think that people should be allowed to fly their drones wherever, as long as they have legal consent, and that it shouldn't be armed with anything that may harm anyone. But they could be armed. They could have cameras attached to them to film sports or basically sports. And I do not agree with Mr. Miguel over there that drones can catch fire because...
For the record, I'm Julianne Stack, and I think that they should actually change the model craft of the drone. So, when they fly, it wouldn't harm anyone if it were to crash in a certain way, like they need. Thank you for your point of view.
Hello. For the record, my name is Cameron Olive, and I'm a bird expert. And I would like to point out that these drones could be very hazardous to the wildlife that we have in Florida, considering that we are very close to the Everglades, and it could be a very bad thing. Thank you.
Hello, for the record, my name is Jillian Roeder. I would like to point out that our drones should have more of a legal put onto it. Like, you should have a permission thing on that you're allowed to have your drone and that you're licensed to fly it. I also believe that if a person should risk flying their drone. If they want to fly their drone, they can fly their drone. But if it hurts something, goes against the law, or breaks something like a light or something, they should pay for it because they're the one flying the drone.
Thank you.
Hello, for the record, my name is Hillary Clinton, and I go way against drones because I think it's very, like, I have private problems of my own, and I don't like people coming in and sneaking on me and trying to figure out what is wrong with me and how I work with my email and everything. So I don't like it. And I'd also like to point out, like the bird person said, it will hurt wildlife because there's a lot of things out there and drones tend to break, and so it might like destroy something or whatever. But yeah, so with the privacy thing, I don't like people getting into my business. Thank you.
Thank you.
For the record, my name is Lynch. I think that drones should be allowed to be flown in parks, but they should be licensed to fly it. I think that to restrict people from breaking things, there should be at least like 5 feet or 10 feet away from like anything that people, like the Bonita Springs doesn't want to break, because I know like lights and like in baseball fields and in other places are very expensive, and we don't want to break things.
For the record, my name is LeBron James, and I'm very against drones being flown by kids who are underage. As you saw, I walked with a limp, and that was because a 2nd grader decided to fly his drone right into my thigh and took me out for 6 weeks. I think there should be a license and an age restriction so injuries like this never happen again.
Hello, my name is Jonah Phoenicia. I'm filling in for my mom, Boquisha. She's in the hospital, some flying thing hit her in the head. She gave me this paper right here. She says that drones should be allowed because they're very friendly and they can be able to take videos of things that are good for health, and such as sporting events or government stuff, such as the inauguration. Thank you.
For the record, I'm Manila Dustic, and I believe that people should be able to fly their drones wherever, and yes, they should have an age restriction. But if some people don't want like them to be recorded in the park, it's not going to get much of you. It's probably just going to get to the top of your head. So you shouldn't be that weird. So, thank you.
For the record, I'm Ariana Ayala, and I'd like to put in on what everyone else is saying about injuries and where we could fly drones. So I was thinking drone safe spots, like where you could and couldn't, because people's privacy should be respected.
Hi, I'm Sebastian Solis. As you can remember, I'm 67. And I think we should ban these drones and sell them so we have money to get every single elderly their bikes that they deserve.
To this area, and I know someone really nice. His name is Vegas Carr, but he thinks that a lot of the kids that are going to high school really just aren't that great, and I think they're going to do something and end up hurting our environment more, and I think this should stay a hidden gem for the old people that live here. So I think that these people, except for that one right there, something against old people.
Mayor, may I speak?
You may.
I think that we should let the county district build the school, because it would actually be denying them the constitutional right of property if we don't let them build it, because it's their property and they own it and they're allowed to build a school there.
May I speak?
You may.
I agree with most of the public and what they had to say about this topic, and I believe that it would be great to have a new school because it would give citizens another option of school choice and to provide a different source of education, which could be good for the community.
May I speak?
You may.
I think we should get more high schools and build a high school because the students that are in middle school don't really have anywhere to go besides really far away. And that's not easy on parents to take them, especially if they can't drive.
Mayor, may I speak?
You may.
Okay, I think we should have this high school mostly because when you do apply for high schools, you're put on a waiting list. And due to our overpopulation of the kids that do go to Estero and South, when you're on this waiting list, they'll send you to a school, but you're still on the other high school's waiting list. And when you do get accepted, I think it's kind of harsh that you have to switch schools like mid-semester or like a week into the school you're already going to. And we wouldn't have that problem if we had high school here.
Is there any more council discussion? Finance Director, do we have money in the budget for something like this?
The city is not typically involved in land acquisition and construction costs of schools, but when they are located within the city boundaries, there could be roadway improvements that the city may need to address. I will get with Matt Feeney, and he will be able to provide more details on the nature of these costs.
Thank you. Are there any legal questions? City Attorney, is there any legal questions?
They need to comply with the interlocal agreement. Which I will send to you to refresh you. Which I will send to you to refresh you on.
Council discussion.
Yes, you may. District 1.
Okay, for the record, I'm Jonathan Matthews from District 1. I believe that there should be more water fountains in more parks because recently in my college health class, I've learned that we reviewed that Washington, D.C. is the healthiest city in America, and that was mostly because of their parks per capita. And with all of those parks, if you get dehydrated, you could die. So you should have water. And with the swings, I think there should be more, but kind of make them more safer, because recently, with me actually, I was swinging and somebody accidentally hit me, and I like swing to the left and I hit my thigh on a piece of the swing, so that kind of hurt. So. Thank you.
What you'll notice is she didn't turn the timer on because you don't time your district council people. So sometimes, not him, but sometimes people get a little too wordy, but you have to stay the course and let them say what they have to say.
Any other council comments? Thank you, District 1.
Mayor, if I may.
Yes, you may.
I feel that having less swings discourages the fact that kids, one of the major problems with our world today is technology is taking over the next generation. Do we want a new generation of people who are just going to sit in front of their computers and technology all day? Or do you want active people We want to go out and enjoy nature and really have fun with what our parents grew up with and what our grandparents grew up with.
Thank you, District 2.
Okay, go ahead.
I think we should have water fountains only in the parks that really need them. And swings, like District 1 said, only, if we want them, we need to have them be safer for everybody's safety.
Thank you. District 6, do you have something to say?
I don't think we should have water fountains. They cost a lot of money and are unnecessary because most people bring their own water. They don't you don't really want to drink from a water fountain that half of the city has drank from. I personally know. And we don't really need swings because our community is retirement elderly based. So there's already a few installed and stuff, and I think that's enough for the few kids that we do have. So yeah.
Thank you, District 6. Any other council?
Yes, go ahead. I feel as though we do need both water fountains and swing sets because we want our new generation, like District 2 said, that we need more equipment so that the younger kids can play and get their energy out. We can have fun, meet new people, and instead of sitting in front of their computer screens and not become sucked into their computers. And the water fountains because they add to the park's natural beauty, and it also, the drinking fountains also provide water for other people.
Any other council discussion in the districts?
I support this, like getting new water fountains and everything, but how much would it cost to put all the water fountains in all the parks?
Finance Director?
At this time, you are determining how the Bonita Charter School can strengthen its brand recognition to attract students and make parents aware of the many benefits of attending BSMCA.
Hello, my name is Vegas Carr. I think that the school should really try.
Speak into the microphone.
Hello, my name is Vegas Carr. I think that the school should really try and strengthen its everything to try and get more students because as once being a student in school, now that I'm 25, it really helped me get my first job. And now that I'm a successful adult, it really helped me become a successful adult.
Thank you for your suggestion.
Hello, my name is Eduardo Moore. I think the school should strengthen this because of the programs that it allows kids to be in. For example, the Cambridge program when in middle school. I think this is good because kids need to be challenged. Because if they're not challenged, then there's no growth. So the school should tell parents that their kids will learn. Thank you.
Thank you for your comment. I call this meeting to order. City Attorney, roll call.
For the record,
We're going to discuss directing staff whether to support the creation of Bonita Springs High School.
Thank you. Is there any public comment? Our young high school students. Thank you. Thank you for your comment.
For the record, my name is Bill. So I think we should build a new high school because a lot of people that go to Estero and want to have an elective might not have it because there's too many people that want to do that, and having a new high school opens up more space for people to do the elective they want. So yeah.
Thank you for your comment.
Hello, my name is Eduardo Moore. I don't think you should build a high school because there's no point. The students don't like school. They skip school on purpose to do whatever they want.
And if they are in school, they don't even pay attention. They just draw dolphins, or they just do. They don't do anything. They don't try. So there's no point to building a high school. They might just don't.
Thank you for your comment, sir.
Good morning. For the record, my name is Patrick Youngblood. Just so you guys are aware, I currently live in one of those communities that are surrounding Shangri-La and Imperial Parkway, and I think that is the absolute perfect location for our new high school. So I am 100% in agreement with having a new high school. We have one of the fastest growing counties in all of the state of Florida. We need all of our students to have a school to go to, and I'm sorry for Rita retiree for not taking her happy pill this morning. It was very angry, so I apologize that she had to be removed from this chambers. But just so you are aware, our students are very overpopulated when it comes to certain schools, and 90% of the students from Bonita and Estero area go to Estero High School, and it is very overpopulated. They've actually minimized, and I'm sure you're aware, they reduced the distance between where you can technically have school of choice down from a 5-mile school radius now to a 2-mile school radius, where it kind of is now pushing our students who live in Bonita further away to those schools like Fort Myers High School, to South Fort Myers High School, and having a school opened up in Bonita will absolutely accommodate our growing population, will absolutely accommodate the amount of students that we have going to those other schools. And why wouldn't you want to go to a school that's near your home and close to home where you could possibly walk to and from? So I definitely support and agree that we do need a new high school in Bonita, and I feel that the Shangri-La Imperial Parkway location is perfect for that, because as you know, being in your city, there are definitely many communities that are around those locations and has wonderful opportunities for family growth. So thank you, and go high schools.
Thank you for your comment.
For the record, my name is Bill Nye, and
hello, for the record, my name is Lila Berger, and I would like to comment how we need this high school. We've needed it a couple of years ago, we've needed it 10 years ago, we need it now. And we need to build it wherever possible, the best situation possible. If people don't like that, they can move away, because if they don't like that, they probably are not a high schooler. So they don't need school. So they can go away. Anyway, I also I disagree with Miguel over there, because the reason we need this high school is to stop kids from going out of school. They go out of school because it's so cramped in there that they don't enjoy it. They can hang around in big classes and not learn with deeper thinking like they're supposed to. They need to go to a school where they have free knowledge and they can work with groups and work with the teacher. You can't do that, and you're not going to like it if you're just in a big group with a teacher talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you for your comment.
For the record, my name is Hannah Whitcomb. I think we should have this school because there are, dozens of middle schools and elementary schools that their students need somewhere to go in high school, and their only option really right now that's close to them is Estero. And these kids who maybe are in special programs like the Cambridge program that is only offered in Estero are forced to get out of that program and have to go somewhere in like Fort Myers or something that's really far from their home, and it's really not there after all they've worked for, and they've really tried their best to be in these programs for them to get kicked out because their only high school option is overpopulated. So yeah.
I believe that I agree with what we just had in our public comment, that we do need, I think it'd be a good idea for the city to come in and help broadcast and commercialize for this school so that it can be better put out there and that people can get more of an opinion in there. And I also believe that the school needs to implement some more work into that in order for that to be made, and that we also know the city would be good at being in charge of that commercializing and the prices for that.
Thank you. Any other discussion?
May I, Mayor?
Yes, you may.
I agree with most of the public with what they had to say because I believe that we can strengthen our school facilities. And I like the idea about partnering with an internet source because it could better broadcast this idea.
Thank you. Any more public, or any more discussion?
Mayor, if I may.
You may.
I believe that we should strengthen in Bonita Springs Charter's brand recognition because they don't have as much kids as, let's say, Bonita Springs Elementary or middle school. They have a measly 1,300 kids. And I think they should get more to go to their school because their school has many benefits, including the Cambridge program, and they have many electives to choose from that other schools may not have.
Thank you.
Mayor, may I have a clarification?
Yes, you may.
Off of what District 6 said, would you want to advertise for all schools or just the school you're speaking of?
I believe that it should be the schools who most need it, and we can work on those first. But if this becomes a success, and like this school could be our testing school, if it becomes a success, we can work with all the schools in Bonita Springs.
Thank you.
Any more discussion?
Mayor, if I may.
You may.
I think that first, I know how Bonita Springs Charter, like the school has a lot of students already, and it's kind of like very small. And if we want to advertise it more, we need to make sure the school is big enough to support all these new students coming in.
Thank you. Is there a professional in the audience that can talk about this?
For the record, my name is Grishwan Paraturi. I think a lot of school students would be joining Bonita Springs Charter School if we had a gym because a lot of people like to have a gym since the middle school students only have like the back side of the school to play and it's not very wide. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Can I add to that comment?
Yes, you may.
I have a close friend, Liliana Berger, and she is currently on a school team, and she is telling me about how the school is working on building a half gym for practices and such with our school sports. So that might be a good addition to helping our school get bigger. The school that we're talking about.
Lillian said that.
City Attorney, is there any problem with the public-private partnership?
It should be a public service, and charter schools should be treated as public schools. So it needs the public purpose test.
Thank you. Any other comments, council? We need a motion.
May I make a motion?
Yes, you may.
I believe that we should use a website to promote our school and our program that we are about to start.
Thank you. Any other discussion? We need a second on the motion.
I second that motion.
Thank you. Is there any more discussion?
Yes, I agree with this decision.
Thank you. City Attorney, roll call.
Mayor,
Yes.
District 4,
Yes.
District 5,
Yes.
District 6,
Yes.
District 1,
Yes.
District 2,
Yes.
District 3.
Yes.
Motion passes.